This is the year that was. New business. We created new partnerships as we continued to look for partners to help us fuel our economy's growth. The Port of Durban Decongestion Task Team was formed to tackle the root causes of poor port performance and traffic congestion in the Bayhead precinct, involving private and public sector role players. The Port of Mossel Bay, senior TNPA members and representatives from the Mossel Bay Municipality, Petro SA and AfriShore met in April 2019 to discuss and develop a readiness plan for further future oil and gas exploration at the Bull Pirate prospects in the Utanuka Basin, where energy giant Total recently discovered gas condensate. In April 2019, Ford Motor Company of Southern Africa's first export shipment of 1,000 locally assembled Ford Rangers left the port of Port Elizabeth for markets across Europe. The Port of Richards Bay welcomed the arrival of 4 new 5,650-ton liquefied petroleum gas LPG storage bullets in September 2019, paving the way for LPG supply in South Africa. Safety. Zero harm remained our #1 target. The Port of PE became TNPA's first port to achieve ISO 45001 certification for occupational health and safety management. 4 ports, Saldanha, Cape Town, Ngqura and Richards Bay, and head office achieved 1 million hours without a disabling injury. For a third consecutive time, the Port of Richards Bay secured top spot at the International Ship and Port Facility Security ISPS Code during the Department of Transport's 6th Annual Maritime Transport Security Indaba in November 2019. Vessel calls. We welcome vessels of all shapes and sizes to our ports, continuing our journey to becoming a world-class destination for all sectors within the maritime industry. The Port of Port Elizabeth became home to the 4th ship, the Windsor Adventure, to be listed on the South African Ship Register in June 2019. In September, the Port of Durban welcomed MSC's largest container vessel to call at our ports, the 15,000 TEU MSC Ravenna. The 2018-2019 Durban cruise season closed on a high in April, with passenger figures up 29.4% on the previous year. As a result, MSC elected to replace the MSC Sinfonia on this route with a bigger vessel, the MSC Orchestra, for the 2019-20 season, which began in November. We broke ground on the new passenger terminal being built by KwaZulu Cruise Terminal in Durban. Milestones. We celebrated our accomplishments. We reaffirmed South Africa's position as the center of excellence for aids to navigations in Africa through another successful delivery of the Level 1.1 ATON Manager training in Cape Town and delivering training at the L1.1 ATON Manager course hosted by China Maritime Safety Administration. The Port of Ngqura, TNPA's youngest port, celebrated a decade in operation in October 2019 as TNPA's work continued on infrastructure for the port's new liquid bulk terminal. The Port of Durban was announced as Africa's leading cruise port at the World Travel Awards in June, affirming TNPA's decision to establish a dedicated cruise terminal in this port to be designed, built and operated by KwaZulu Cruise Terminal Pty Ltd. Financials. We continue to perform in a challenging economic climate. Despite the challenging financial conditions, TNPA recorded an EBITDA figure of 7.89 billion rand against a target of 7.090 billion rand for the 2019-20 financial year. Revenue was down 254 million against the target. Real estate revenue was an area where TNPA exceeded the year's targets. Operational and maintenance expenditure were below targets, while 1.5 billion rand was spent on capital investment during the year. 2019-2020 was a difficult year for many around the world, but TNPA rolled the waves and sailed through the stormy global economic climate. As we enter the murky waters of a COVID-19 affected world, we are heartened by the men and women who are out on the front line, providing an essential service to all South Africans.